Are you ready to take the fucking test, my friends? Are you ready? Oh, get those devil horns up in the fucking air.
I need a minute to eliminate for everyone the everyday bullshit that I think you have done. You're impossible, legal fuck. It's like a megalomaniacal jab on my tongue. You fucking touch me, I will rip you.
Come on! You bond, 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 wanted to be a heretic, give you bond, 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 wanted to be a heretic. Everybody's doing but you wait.
I'll kill you, fuck you, I will never pay you. I'll kill you, fuck you, I will never pay you. Yeah!
555, then I'm 666. If you're 555, I'm 666.
What's going on, everybody? Matt here, bringing you guys another video this week. Next up, we got the new and improved Volume 3 mask. This is part of the new mold that I made a couple weeks ago that I've posted pictures and stuff about. And this is not the first copy that I've finished from the mold, but it is the first copy that I've finished with a custom paint job. So I figured this one would be the one that I showcased. This one is for myself. It's actually a little bit thinner than I would have liked, but that's one of the reasons why I decided to finish it myself, finish it for myself, and finish it for my my collection, because I didn't really want to send out a thin copy. I made sure that the thickness on the copy that went out was perfect before I actually made or started painting on it or whatever. I've got a bunch that are just laying around here. This one and this one. This one's actually a pretty decent thickness as far as like more similar to the real one, but this corner is screwed up for whatever reason. It didn't fill up this small little corner in the mold. So yeah, this is another flawed cast that I'll probably do another paint job on and maybe give it away or something. I haven't decided yet, but yeah. So yeah, I went through several copies. I've even got a really thin one that I think I ended up throwing away because it was the really thin one, and then this one. This one was pretty good, but still pretty thin. And then this one come out, and then this one come out, and then I had the perfect one that I sold. So yeah, a lot of trial and error. And obviously my workstation is a little dirty. Halloween orders are still being worked on. So until then, it will stay this way. But yeah, so I get a lot of questions as to what these masks are made out of, and this is a polyurethane self-skinning foam. I've had a lot of people interested in blanks and a lot of people interested in like how to paint it and everything else, and I don't sell blanks of these because they have to be specially painted. Polyurethane does not stick to anything but itself, so unless the paints are polyurethane paint, they won't adhere. They'll chip and peel, and as the mask is stretched, they'll begin to just break off. So unless you have the materials to paint these, there's really no reason in getting blanks from anybody because it's not going to do you any good. But of course, you can always cheat the system and go with a latex skin. That way you can just paint it with regular acrylics or latex paints, but I don't like the way the masks turn out. If there's a latex skin, there's a lot of air bubbles and a lot of areas in the mask that are really thin and you can like push down on, and they don't like they're just really spongy. You can tell that there's a lot of gaps. But I do, however, use a latex skin for the inside just for comfort, because the self-skinning foam, unless you use a really nice mold release, they're actually pretty sticky whenever they come out of the molds. So it's kind of nice to have a little something smooth and just easier on the face as far as everything else goes, because you've got the elastic and stuff in there, so the easier you can make it on yourself, the better. There's a look at the inside of the mask, which I know a lot of people freak out over. I don't know why, because this, I mean, it's elastic cord and elastic band, and that's it. But yeah, this is my copy. The jaw's a little looser than what I've been making on these since the new mold. Like the other one that I made, it was much tighter. This actually come together like this, and I know there's no tooth in this one. Don't freak out. I just haven't added it yet. Since it is mine, I've not pushed to get this one finished to that point, but I'll add it here shortly. But yeah, so as far as like the mouths and stuff goes, I know I get a lot of questions and comments on that. Is it adjustable? Can you make it, tighter? Can you make it, whatever? And you can. So this one I just made, like I said, I made a little loose because of the mask that I based it on, which of course I can throw some pictures up whenever, just to show you guys. The video that I made on Instagram, the paint was a lot easier to show off, but for whatever reason, since I've put a couple of clear coats on it, it's just shiny now. It's harder to get the different colors and stuff, but you can see there's literally everything. I've got purples and blues and orange and greens, yellows, whites, a little bit of red, and a little bit of brown. So the mask itself is very colorful. There's tons of shapes, tons of paint, tons of layers of paint. There's probably at least 8 layers of paint on this one. And then I seal mine extra. Actually, because it is a urethane, it won't chip or peel. I use a regular Krylon, whatever brand. It's just a clear gloss. And I know that seems a little crazy, but over trial and error and years of putting these together, because I've been making these for probably the last 2 or 3 years, a lot of my older ones they're just in bad shape, because the knowledge for painting urethane was just not there. Nobody really knew what they were doing, so there was no way to ask for help or anything. But now that I've done these for a while, I know now what I can and can't do as far as stress goes on the paint. And yeah, so now you can put these, I mean, obviously it's still a mask, it's still going to break down, it's still going to wear and tear as you wear it and use it, but it shouldn't do it, a couple months in. So now with the crystal clear, I use a polyurethane adhesive to go on the base of the mask, and then paint it with paints mixed with a medium sprayed on. And usually after every like 2 or 3 layers, I will spray another thing of the polyurethane adhesive. So these masks are very, very crazy to put together, but I mean, they're fun. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to, I know I've made a video on the volume 3s before, but I wanted to make another just because this is the updated version. I actually don't have, yeah I do, no, yeah. Let me get one of the old copies for you real quick, and I'll see what I can do. So here's what the former casts were looking like, which this is a very, very, very blemished cast. Eye was needing repaired. There's tons of air bubbles in the copy itself. But yeah, these things were thick, with 2 C's. And I don't know, you can't really tell, but like up here, like this is the thickness through the whole mask. It's about 1 inch to 1.25 inches. I mean, it's a very good size, and that's like the thickness. It's not because of the overhang, it's not because of any of that. But yeah, the entire mask itself was just really unnecessarily thick, and it was just because of the mold that I was using, because the plug worked whenever I first started using it, but it broke the shell of the outside, and which then caused pockets, like the silicone would expand in some areas, and it was causing, like, it was insane at how uneven everything was. Like over here it looks really nice, over here it looks nice on the edge, but if I was to cut this open, I mean, this would still be like 1 inch thick, and there's no reason for that whatsoever. So that's what made me decide to just redo the entire mold. I put a very nice cap of several layers of different UltraCal and HydroCal mixes plus burlap to make the cap to keep it from cracking, breaking, chipping, all that stuff. And the plug itself is made out of another HydroCal UltraCal mix with burlap mixed in for strength. So it's a mold that should last me a pretty long time. The silicone layers itself, I think I ended up buying several of the trial sizes of the silicone. I don't actually have any of it here, but the smooth on silicone, you can buy those little test sizes for like $15. I think I ended up buying like 2 or 3 of those, and they're like a quart a piece, because I would use a whole bottle and then want it thicker, so I bought another one and then wanted it thicker and then bought another one. So now the thing's like 4 or 5 inches thick all the way across. So whenever the sculpt was pulled from the mold actually sat up to where it went over the nose. So from the walls that I made, it filled it all the way up and over the nose. So you can't actually tell what the mold is other than the little bump from this part plus my keys that I put in the mold. But other than that, it just looks like a big purple blob that just sits over top of the mold. It's pretty funny, but it's really nice and I'm very happy with it. So, but other than that, I think it's gonna do it. I just got some simple leather straps here with a little homemade belt buckle or homemade belt loop and belt buckle situation there. Got the strap with the holes in it. These are actually recycled straps, so they're a little flimsier than most. But yeah, this was just one for the collection. This will go up on the wall with the other stuff. And yeah, just really happy with the way it turned out. Thickness is great. The mask itself is still a little spongy, so I'm probably going to go up in density on the next go around. But yeah, it's a lot less spongy and more firm, other than just being a thin cast. So it's pretty easy to fold up on itself, and the weight of the buckles kind of stretch it out a little bit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bringing videos to you guys every Tuesdays now. Mask videos on Tuesday, gaming videos on Thursday. I'll probably do some sort of a schedule video, maybe. I don't know. Don't really see the need in it. I may just put it up on Instagram. But the links to my Instagram and Etsy store are in the description as always if you want to order one of these. Can't guarantee Halloween anymore, obviously, because we're just about a week away now. But yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to order more. I make masks all year round. There's really no deadline as to when they can be done, when they can't be done. You know, good Christmas presents, birthday presents, tax returns, that fun stuff. So yeah, masks and belts. That's about all I do anymore. But again, links to everything will be in the description below. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe for more interesting and intense content on masks and everything mask related. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.